All right. Good afternoon, everyone. We are going to give just another minute while more people are joining the webinar today. So hang tight. You are in the right place. You're at the Building Resilience to Manage Stress webinar, and we're so glad to hear. We'll just give it another few seconds. All right. Well, hello, and thank you all for joining me today. My name is Jamie Wise, and I am the Dedicated Wellbeing Services Program Manager with WebMD, here to present on building resilience to manage stress as a kickoff to the Stress Less 28-Day Challenge. So the challenge does officially start September 25th, but you can register today. So go ahead, hop on over there after the webinar, or even while you're listening in. And as a quick preview and just something to be thinking about during the webinar today, the goal of this challenge is to focus on routinely relaxing for at least 5 minutes each day. So I will say that one more time as a sort of focal point for the day. The goal of this next challenge is to focus on routinely relaxing or getting in some me time for at least 5 minutes each day. WebMD is honored to be partnering with Smart Health, and we're happy to be bringing new informational webinars to support the health and wellness of all State of Washington employees. So this is our third webinar this year. In April, we discussed well-rounded fitness at the time of Smart Health's first challenge, and that was called the Invitational. And then in June, we had the Nutrition Made Easier webinar during the 5 to Thrive Challenge. So if you're interested in listening to those, you can find them on the Washington State Healthcare Authority YouTube page. All right, so our objectives for today are to define resilience, review 4 core components of resilience, identify strategies to become more resilient, and then explore relaxation and mindfulness exercises. And we will, like I said, end with important details about the Stress Less Challenge. Now, please note, this information does not provide medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. It should not be used as a substitute for healthcare from a licensed healthcare professional. Consult with your healthcare provider for individualized treatment or before beginning any new program. So let's get started. Now, self-care, it's an important part of your overall well-being, but are we making time for it? So during our webinar today, we're going to learn how to stay more resilient in the face of stress. And as always, there are so many different and valuable ways to decompress and de-stress. Today, we will be talking through just a few different ideas, but please know that this is by no means an exhaustive review of ways to take care of ourselves or improve our resiliency. We hope that you're able to identify a few new opportunities or ways to reduce stress and build resilience in your life. We are just glad that you're here, and we hope that this is a meaningful learning opportunity for you, no matter where you are in life right now. So please do allow yourself grace and time if needed today and always, and take what you like and leave what doesn't work for you right now. Okay, so resilience is the ability to adapt quickly and successfully to stress, trauma, or other challenges that life poses. And resilience may increase your ability to tolerate difficulties and adjust to changes in your life, and maybe enables you to remain flexible and recover from setbacks. Now, regardless of how resilient we are likely to experience a variety of challenges in our lifetimes, including relationship or family concerns, financial or legal issues, losses of loved ones, accidents, illnesses. And while resilience will not keep us from experiencing these situations, it does allow for opportunities of growth and strength as we navigate through them. You may have noticed how some people do seem to be more resilient than others. The good news is that resilience is not a fixed personality trait. With time and intentionality, anyone can become more resilient. I recently suffered an ACL tear while skiing last year, and I would say that that really put my resilience to the test with not only the injury itself, but just with the months of physical therapy and dealing with insurance and surgery, changing trips, and just overall plans, allowing myself the time and space to process all the feelings and just take steps to get me to a better place mentally and physically. So it's definitely been my own personal journey that I'm still on. And I know many of you have your own unique stories and journeys that you have been on yourselves. So it's about taking time to reflect on our experiences that may help us recognize our own resilience, and we can just continue to build on that. Okay, so there are four core areas in which we may be able to promote our overall resilience. That being physical wellness, mental strength, social connection, and spirituality. Now, physical wellness involves daily practices to take care of your body, including restful sleep or nutritious eating and regular physical activity or exercise, we might say. Physical wellness also involves avoiding excess alcohol intake or using other substances that are harmful to our well-being. Mental strength involves recognizing the impact of how you think on how you feel and how you respond to challenges. So it provides perspective and the ability to reframe situations to view them in a more accurate or helpful way. And with increased awareness, mental strength empowers you to change how you interpret and respond to stressful events. Social connections may provide support and encouragement to help you get through tough situations. And many people find that supportive relationships provide a sense of purpose and validation. These connections can also present opportunities to find meaning through giving back to others. And spirituality may offer a feeling of peace, even in turbulent times. It may provide a sense of meaning and connection to something larger than yourself. And spirituality can enhance your ability to be present in the moment and keep challenges in perspective. If you are experiencing extended trouble managing stress, please do seek help from a licensed mental health professional, such as a counselor or a psychologist. Okay, so let's first dig deeper into physical wellness, specifically looking at sleep, nutrition, and exercise. So, getting enough restful sleep helps to build a foundation for physical health and resilience. And it's easier to make other healthy choices throughout the day when we are feeling well rested. Most adults under 65 years old need 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night, although some people may need an hour more or an hour less. Most adults 65 and older need 7 to 8 hours per night. Now, many factors such as work schedules or young children in the home, caregiving, even health issues, that can also affect our ability to get enough sleep. And more than 1/3 of American adults report averaging less than 7 hours of sleep each night. And this is concerning because sleep deprivation can lead to a wide range of health and even safety risks, including the physical impacts like potentially an increased risk for heart attacks, high blood pressure, diabetes, maybe a weakened immune system, increased risk of illness, heightened sensitivity to and just feelings of pain. Cognitive impacts could include difficulty with problem solving or poor decision making, maybe trouble remembering things, impaired hand-eye coordination and slowed reaction times, hallucinations. And then emotional impacts could be feeling depressed or irritable. So really it's being aware of signs that you may be sleep deprived. And some of those might include daytime drowsiness, especially during calm activities like just driving or even potentially listening to a webinar. Difficulty focusing or remembering things. Maybe experiencing micro sleeps or like these short periods of sleep during wakeful times of the day. Falling asleep within 5 minutes of going to bed, or even irritability or moodiness. So because of this wide range of impacts, sleep deprivation may compromise your physical health, your relationships, productivity at work, and even your safety. So to restore balance, even 1 extra hour of slumber can make a difference. So there's a few different strategies to improve your sleep that you could experiment with this month. Potentially avoiding caffeine or alcohol or nicotine in the late afternoon or evening. Exercising regularly, but no sooner than 3 hours before bedtime. Establishing a relaxing pre-sleep routine like a warm bath or maybe a few minutes of reading or stretching. And even creating a pleasant sleep environment, making your room as dark and quiet as possible. And if the changes you're making don't improve your ability to get enough sleep, or you consistently feel tired after 7 to 9 hours, it is a good idea to talk to your healthcare provider for further guidance. So now that we've got the foundation for physical resilience, let's focus on the fuel. So we all know that eating a balanced, nutritious diet supports our physical health. And it's important to note that it also supports our mental health. Carbohydrates are significant to overall nutrition. They provide energy that fuels our bodies. In addition, carbohydrates are linked to serotonin activity in our brains, which can boost our mood. So while refined carbohydrates such as processed sugar and white flour provide a quick energy boost, they may lead to tiredness and irritability shortly thereafter. So try to stick with complex carbohydrates, such as your fruits, vegetables, beans, whole grains, for that steadier source of energy and just a good source of vitamins, minerals, and fiber for your overall health. Protein is important for building and repairing muscles or strengthening your bones, maintaining a healthy immune system, and supporting your blood's ability to carry oxygen and nutrients throughout the body. So many protein-rich foods also supply tyrosine, which may boost mood or mental alertness, concentration, and memory. Omega-3 fatty acids and vitamin B12 are additional nutrients found in many high-protein foods, which may support brain health, cognition, and mood regulation. And for maximal benefits, include a variety of heart-healthy protein sources in your diet, such as salmon, tuna, lean poultry, nuts, seeds, beans, soy, low-fat dairy. And then including vitamin C-rich foods in your diet can support a healthy immune system, while also lowering the stress hormone cortisol. Foods high in vitamin C include oranges, grapefruit, cantaloupe, kiwi fruit, sweet bell peppers, broccoli, red cabbage. And in addition to being mindful of the foods you eat, it's also important to stay well hydrated. So water intake, as I've discussed before, has many health benefits, including carrying nutrients throughout the body and supporting digestive and joint health, promoting healthy cognitive function, and helping you maintain energy levels. So you can boost your hydration by drinking plenty of water and unsweetened beverages, and even just eating fruits and vegetables throughout the day. If you consume caffeinated beverages or eat chocolate, you may notice an increase in alertness or a mood or energy boost shortly thereafter. And in moderate doses, caffeine is not usually a problem for most adults. Caffeine may have some negative impacts for some people. However, People may experience increased blood pressure or feelings of anxiety or jitteriness or difficulty falling asleep. So limiting caffeine consumption to earlier in the day can help mitigate impacts on your sleep. And also, if you have medical or emotional conditions impacted by caffeine, your healthcare provider may be able to offer personalized recommendations. Okay, and the third component here is exercise. In addition to supporting our physical health, our activity or exercise, this is really one of those best strategies to boost our brains for mental and emotional health. And so one reason we might experience a sense of euphoria after exercise is due to the release of endorphins, which are these chemicals in our brain that can reduce feelings of pain while also providing a mood boost and a sense of calmness. Exercise can also increase our energy levels and boost our ability to concentrate. So some research indicates that incorporating regular exercise into a treatment plan for depression can help to both reduce symptoms and prevent relapsing in the future. And exercise also offers anti-anxiety benefits and helps to reduce stress and tension. Now, rhythmic movements such as you can think of cycling or chair yoga, stretching, walking, dancing, all of these can promote a meditative or relaxation response. And any exercise can provide an opportunity just to be present in the moment, focusing on the here and the now rather than dwelling on other concerns. And further, sun exposure from exercise outdoors supports an increase in vitamin D levels, which is important for bone health and immunity and may help with mood regulation and reducing depression. So do remember, though, to protect your skin and your eyes from sun damage, especially with that prolonged sun exposure. Okay, so if you haven't exercised in a while, no problem at all. Begin with 5 to 10 minutes a day, and then you can build up by adding a few minutes or repetitions to your sessions each week. You can add in a little extra movement throughout the day, maybe taking the stairs instead of the elevator, or signing up for a new gym or workout class in your neighborhood, maybe trying a free online mobility class, maybe setting up a home treadmill or an exercise bike, or putting a beach towel in front of the television. I like the idea of just choosing a couple shows that you only watch when you're moving, or even dividing a movie into several 30-minute blocks and then watch each block while you're working out. You'll get the most out of that 150 minutes of aerobic exercise with just one movie. You could also try socializing while moving, so calling a friend or a relative when you're on a walk, or better yet, just walking together. So ultimately, it's about choosing an activity you enjoy and that's fun for you, and just being sure to vary your exercises so you're not getting bored. And it's not always easy to make these changes. So start small with what feels realistic for you right now. You can be taking steps to promote your physical wellness each day to help you become more resilient over time. Next up, mental strength and resilience. So unhelpful or negative thoughts can hinder our resilience and create a cycle or just this pattern that can be hard to break. And the more unhelpful or negative self-talk that occurs, the harder it can be to stay focused on the positive or even just the neutral everyday aspects of life. So through a process called cognitive restructuring, we can retrain our brains to reframe our automatic thinking patterns to be more helpful. Now, one technique to help you do this is called stop, ask, choose. So you can practice these 3 steps. So first one with the stop, just pausing what you're doing, taking a breath, observing the thought, feeling, or physical sensation that comes up for you without judgment. So, for example, the thought, I will never be able to finish this work assignment. And then reflect on that thought and ask yourself whether it is helpful or unhelpful right now. If it's not helpful right now, then choose. Choose a new helpful thought to replace that unhelpful one. Consider your choices and how you can move forward with intention. So, for example, this is a demanding assignment, and I will create a plan so I can complete it one step at a time. So I encourage you to try this for yourself after the webinar today and see how it goes for you. Maybe it doesn't work for you today or tomorrow or the next day, but it's one of those practices and tools that we can have in our toolkit. And another way to boost mental fortitude is to incorporate relaxation techniques into our routines. So relaxation practices help to lower stress and reduce both physical and mental tension. So you can try several different techniques and find the one that you prefer. So some options that I have here are 4-7-8 breathing. And so this is a pattern of breathing that involves inhaling through your nose for 4, holding that breath for 7, and then exhaling through your mouth for 8. Breath focus is a technique in which we combine relaxing words or imagery with our breathing to feel calmer and reduce stress. Progressive muscle relaxation involves gently tensing and then releasing your muscles to relax both your body and your mind. And I think this is a really nice technique while you're lying in bed. And visualization is a relaxation exercise that uses your mind to take you to a calm and peaceful place. Okay, on to resilience and social connection. So people who have quality social connections tend to be more at peace and have lower levels of stress, which leads to better health. And people with social support also tend to have fewer cardiovascular and immune problems and lower levels of the stress hormone cortisol. And when people give and receive support in relationships, they are better able to bounce back from difficulties. And feeling connected with others offers a sense of meaning and purpose in life. People feel stronger and more resilient when they know that they have friends and family who will be there to support them. And social connections can offer opportunities for giving back and supporting others. If you would like to extend your social network, you can get creative in making new connections and in strengthening your existing relationships. So you could invite a friend to join you for coffee or for lunch. Or when you're invited to a social gathering, say yes when you're able to. Or contact someone who recently invited you to an activity and return that favor. You could also send an encouraging card or email or even just a text message to somebody who's going through a hard time. Maybe find a group that meets regularly to do activities or talk about things that you are also interested in. You could explore options in your area like walking or cycling groups, maybe knitting circles, choirs, book clubs, civic organizations, business resource groups. Find a cause that's meaningful to you. And by getting involved, there's a really good chance that you will be able to connect with others who have similar interests. And then don't just scroll through your friends' posts, potentially initiate conversations or invite your social media friends to connect by phone or video. I mean, even if they're local, consider meeting up in person. I even saw this popping up within the community groups in Smart Health. So that is just another really special place to make some of those social connections. Okay. The fourth and final focus for today will be spirituality. Now, spirituality has different meanings for different people, and it involves feeling connected to something larger than yourself, and it can offer a sense of peace and purpose in life. To feel spiritually connected, many people utilize their faith through prayer or other religious rituals. Meditation, yoga, journaling, all those are additional practices that people may use to support their own spirituality. Studies have shown that spiritual practices can be helpful in retraining your brain to have a positive effect on your emotional well-being. Mindfulness, which means consciously being present in the moment, is a state that is often supported by these spiritual practices. So being mindful involves tuning into what's happening right here, right now, and not ruminating over the past or worrying about the future. Mindfulness helps you to observe how you feel, what you see, and what your emotions are in the moment without judgment. So practicing mindfulness may help to reduce stress and feelings of depression and anxiety. In addition, it may help promote cognitive wellness and slow age-related changes in the brain. It may also be beneficial in the management of pain, digestive conditions, and sleep disorders. And it's important to note that mindfulness can be practiced anywhere, anytime. The key is really about bringing focus to the present moment, and then bring your focus back if your mind starts to wander, which it may often do. Some mindfulness practices could include mindful breathing, mindful eating, emotional mindfulness, and mindful movement. So I encourage you to definitely explore this further on your own. And as we wrap up today, remember that resilience can be developed and strengthened with time and intentional effort. And by taking steps to build upon your physical, your mental, your social, and your spiritual wellness, you may be able to help yourself adapt and bounce back from challenges more effectively and become stronger in the process. All right, so before we jump off today, at the beginning of the webinar, I did mention the Stress Less Challenge. So I want to give a few more details, especially now that we've got some new ways to focus on routinely resting, relaxing, and restoring. So this Stress Less Challenge, it starts on September 25th and ends on October 22nd. You can register online at smarthealth.hca.wa.gov, or you can use the Wellness at Your Side app. For participating in this challenge, you can earn 150 points by completing the challenge. So you register today, or you can register today, but if not today, if you're not ready to do it right now, just make sure to register by October 2nd to participate. So how does this challenge work? Use this challenge to focus on the goal of routinely relaxing for at least 5 minutes each day. Now you'll indicate whether you were able to meet the goal, so you'll answer yes or no of meeting that goal on at least 21 days out of the 28-day challenge to earn that 150 points. So you document your progress each day, or you can go back to report it before the end of the challenge. One note I want to make here is that employees are encouraged to participate in this challenge during work breaks or outside of work hours. All right, so taking a few minutes to clear your mind may help you feel refreshed and ready to take on the day or the afternoon, in our case today. All right, and with that, thank you again for joining us. Be well.